says
There it
ready.
is, right there we go. Well, good morning.
Oh, there.
Welcome to the Perry, now known as the Information Network, but we're calling it the International Network. People viewing from all over the United States. And I'm sitting here with my best buddy, Danny Shea. This is our 8th year commentating on the parade.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I've been able to sit here for 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You know, Tyson and I did it for the first year or two, and then you and I started doing it, and you had something to do one year where you were away
Wasn't more
at work.
important than this. Yes, I was on a trip.
Yeah. So my wife and I had the pleasure of hosting this, and it's been a lot of fun. And this is our 131st year of this parade taking place. Do you know what it's supposed to commemorate?
What is it commemorating?
It is our land rush, as they called it back then. It has since been called a land run. We are the 4th land run in Oklahoma. So
The 4th one?
the 4th, yeah, that's right. The 4th and largest one.
The largest one.
That's correct. Yep, it was quite a few acres back then. You know how many acres it was?
I do know how many acres.
Yeah. So, right here on my fact sheet.
6,361,000 acres.
That's
to be
right.
Precise.
That's right. And it was
He
done.
wasn't ready for that. He didn't realize I was just going to pull the sheet up.
You stumped me. Yeah.
You're welcome.
But it was 6 million acres, that's right, and it was 60-mile wide strip of land that was purchased from the Cherokee Indians. Back then, they paid $8 million
You
for
said purchased.
it. It was. I mean, that's what I read.
At a fair market value.
Apparently, you know, and inflation equates to
Was it
270 million.
You took my. I only have 2 facts. You have a plethora of facts.
Well, you're
I have 2 facts and you took it.
You got to be.
I don't even want to do.
You know,
I'm factless.
It's a quip, man. It's not called
I got a
slope.
fact. I got a fact for you.
Go ahead.
It's not a soap. Did you know that the shopping cart was invented in 1937 in Ardmore, Oklahoma?
I didn't know the date, but I do know it was invented.
No, you didn't.
I didn't know the date, but I did know it was invented here, and also the parking meter was invented in Oklahoma.
What about Jolly Ranchers?
The Happy Farmer, right? It was invented here in Oklahoma too.
We almost had some happy farmers today. Got a little fear, but no, nothing came
We had
out of
about
it.
a 9-inch rain this morning. You know, there was 9 inches between each dot on the sidewalk. So. But it was, you can see the farmer ranchers out there doing the rain dance, and it didn't work. So.
No. I'm kind of glad it didn't, though, because now we have a beautiful day.
Yeah. It is going to be a nice day. Actually, it's going to hit over 90, they said again today. But it was rather nice this morning.
There has literally, everybody's excited about it because there has been chairs lining the streets of Perry since 1:30 this morning.
That's right. I left after midnight at our place, and everybody was lining up.
They are ready to go. So.
Saying there have been chairs blowing down the street all morning too.
Oh yeah, our little canopies down there on 7th Street, they're going up. So poor people are setting up their food or holding down and standing there. So being the 4th land run, do you know the cities of Enid, Perry, Alva, and Woodward were formed right after that land run, which within the counties of Garfield, Grant, Kane, Noble, Pawnee, Woods, and Woodward was all started then.
You guys are getting quite the history lesson this morning.
Well, I mean,
it's almost like
this is
someone told Phil that we needed some facts.
Yeah, they did. So we are offering some facts, and that's pretty cool. You know, some things I didn't know. Like I said, we are the 4th land run and the largest. The first land run was in 1893. It was 42,000 acres, or 42,000 parcels of acres, and it started off on 12 noon September. No, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one.
Facts out of order.
I do. I got my facts out of order.
You need to get your facts together.
But
So I was raised in Guthrie, and I think that was the first land run because they were the first state capital of Oklahoma until Oklahoma City borrowed the seal from Guthrie, that is.
you're right.
And
So
that was pretty,
that was April 22nd, 1889.
yeah, and that's why we have 89ers Day.
That's
down
right.
there.
That's right. And it was 1,800,000 or 887,000 acres to be exact. And then the second land run was September 22nd, 1891, and that was 1.1 million acres. So, you know, it's pretty interesting
Who
how...
was the president?
Grover Cleveland, actually, was the president back then. He was,
He was president
22nd,
more than once.
22nd, 24th president,
You
as a
like
matter of
that?
fact.
Still your facts, buddy.
There you go. And then the third land run was April 19th, 1892, of 4.3 million acres. and then us, the fourth land run, September 16th, 1893, which is
Most
why we
important.
call this the 16th celebration. And this has been 131 years with a skip of a year for COVID back then. So we did not have the parade that year, if you remember.
I do remember.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Yeah. So then the fifth land run was May 3rd, 1895, and that was the smallest of only 183,000 acres. And then while doing this research, I found some pretty cool facts. After that, we had something called a land lottery, and that was August 6, 1901. The lottery consisted of 2 million acres, and they gave it away in quarter sections, 6,500 quarter sections in there, and 170,000 people registered for that lottery. And only 6,500 people received or were lucky enough to get that land. So, and that formed.
So okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
No,
go ahead.
go ahead.
So we're hitting you with a bunch of facts, and that's great. But Perry, specifically, I didn't know this when I moved here because I'm what some would say is a come here, not a from here.
As am I.
Yeah. So there's literally farms still to this day in Perry that were settled then. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is still in the same family. What did you tell me about something about the deed to your land or something? It's not on just a piece of paper or
No, we live on Gala's great grandfather's land that he settled, and
he settled it.
Yep.
In what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then it's still in the family. It's not ours, but it's family land.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's never changed hands. It's gone from father to father to father.
Yeah, but what's it on? Leather or something like that, or somebody said something about maybe the deed was actually on leather.
No.
Somebody told me, and maybe it wasn't you.
No.
It's hard to believe that somebody else I would talk to about something like that. But
No.
anyway,
Not
it's
that-
never changed hands
Nope.
since it was settled.
No, and yeah, it's been from her great grandfather down to her, obviously, father, grandfather. So
That's crazy.
excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty neat, and we also have the oldest or the first masonry building on the square, and that was built in 1894 on the west side.
Masonic building.
No, my building.
No. Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah.
The globe is
Yeah.
what you're talking about, out
Yeah.
of stone, whatever.
Mhm. First masonry building. Prior to that, or right before that, there was all wooden buildings up to ours, and there was a large fire that burned all the wooden buildings, and the globe stopped that fire.
Okay, so the globe had a little world deal on top of it.
That was
Well, I
distributed.
thought it was a newspaper, being
Yep.
the Globe, being a Superman fan. It's not.
Nope.
It was like a 5 and dime.
Yeah, it was an everything store, as they call themselves,
Everything.
and they wanted to be known as a globe supplier. Hence the name of the Globe, this Globe building. Everybody asked, oh, it had to be a newspaper, and no,
Yeah, the
it
Globe.
for sure wasn't.
That's what you would figure.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some gunshots out there.
Yeah, I think they're robbing the comeback over there again.
Uh-oh.
God, that comeback robbed every parade.
Hey, who did rob the comeback?
What do you mean? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it actually was.
No, I'm just messing with folks.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool memorabilia on the walls in there. People that's come and gone.
There was a gangster, though, that was at the comeback.
What was his name? Pretty Boy Floyd.
Or Pretty Boy Floyd,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yep. If you go in there, there's pictures of him on the wall. Do you know that the Mary Lee Messias, the owner, is the second owner of that place ever?
It's pretty impressive.
90
Because it's the longest. It's got two of those here. So we got the longest restaurant in Oklahoma with the same
In the
name,
same
same
place.
location. And then we have the longest gas station, same
right.
name, same location and operation.
Craig and Ruby Chemnitz.
Yeah.
Yep. The Sinclair. And I think it's the oldest Sinclair station as well.
That's
So,
impressive. I mean,
yeah.
that's a long time.
People come all over to see both places, actually. They are a destination trip or destination point for people that are traveling through the Midwest. So we are getting close to this parade here, and the lineup's pretty deep, actually.
It
Pretty
is.
nice.
Now, we've been warned, just so you know, we want to warn you. They're not all in order, so bear with it. We're going to do our best to keep track of everybody and give everybody their due. I did want to read this. You got a second? Because the Perry Chamber of Commerce, they have a Citizen of the Year every year. And this year, it was Ann Height.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to read this about Ann because she is a sweet lady, and I want to make sure that she gets the information out there about her that she deserves. So, and you really are zooming in, aren't you?
That's as far as I go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want people to. We are in AD this year. A Perry resident of 47 years, Ann and her husband Tim began their life in Perry in 1977 after both graduating from the University of Oklahoma when he joined Charles Machine Works. Now that's another kind of a common thing here in town, the Charles Machine Works. There's a lot of families and a lot of people that have not just had a great career out there, but raised a lot of family with that company. Ann began her career with First Bank and Trust Company, another staple in the community. At the same time, retiring in 2007 as vice president after 30 years. While the First Bank, she started a loyalty program for customers in 1982, Pride Commerce, 4 years. Oh, I'm sorry, for the First Travel Club. Upon retirement, Ann went to part-time in the Perry Chamber of Commerce for 4 years and for Main Street for a year, while at the same time continuing the Bank Travel Club for Bank First, which was cool. I didn't even know they did this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Apparently, for Bank, they put together a deal, and Ann was kind of she was the herder of cats, I guess you'd say. She put it all together, and they would travel all over the world, a group.
And local bus tours from small town to small town, which
That's
was awesome.
amazing. She was instrumental in establishing the Perry tourism, led tours of a historic downtown area, often championed Perry as the place to visit. With the love of tourism, Ann was able to continue her passion of travel, opening her own tour company, Adventures with Ann. That's cool.
I think she still does that.
Does she?
Yeah, I don't know. Not as big as she once was.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, you've been doing it that long. I bet she knows all the people to get you a good trip. In 2015, which continues to this day. Oh, there you go. See, you should just let me read.
I didn't even.
If you quit interrupting, maybe you'd know.
Well, don't.
She has also worked part-time at the Cherokee Strip Museum, which doesn't get enough love. That Cherokee Strip Museum is pretty cool. I think if you get a chance, go out there and check it out. It's right out there by the Brahms and the new Love's Travel Stop. I mean, take your kids out there. It's pretty educational, and that's the location. I'm gonna throw this in here real quick. The Rose Hill School, because they just did their deal.
That is pretty neat.
And that is very impressive. They take kids, and it's almost like you go back in time. And kids come from all over the state, it's just Perry. They go out there to the Rose Hill School, and they dress like way back in the time and the period, and they got their little lunch pails and the whole. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You might look it up and check it out. But a lot of you guys that are on here today are local to Perry or familiar with Perry, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. As an advocate for public education, Ann was a Perry School Board member for 14 years. She's president 3 times, also a member of the Perry Education Foundation for 12 years. She taught Pride in Perry class to 7th graders and junior high, and continues to substitute teach at the junior high and high school. As an avid Perry Maroon fan, which we all are, she enjoys supporting her grandchildren, her children, at all Perry School events, especially softball, basketball, baseball, and football, which we were at last night. And I don't want to brag or anything, but we did bring home the W from Luther, and it was 21-12. So,
and they were not expected to win, from what I was.
Well, I expected them to win.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. And unfortunately, last night they had that game scheduled during our the Perry Main Street street dance. And what a heck of an event that was, man. They had Jacob Tovar, which is a grown boy and very well known in the red dirt swing world. And then following him was the Damn Quails. And what a night it was. People were dancing. People had a great time.
Do you not like the Quails?
No, it's their actual name, the Damn Quails.
Oh, the Damn Quails.
Yeah, not the Damn Quails. It was the Damn Quails.
Oh.
So, you know. It's where you put the.
It's all about punctuation.
Yeah. You know. So, but they put on a great show last night. We were open at the Axe House, and people were coming and going and hanging out with us, and it was just a very great night.
Well, I made it back.
Yeah, you were there for the last little bit. You know.
I went and got I swung by and seen Elena at the little shirt
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
You actually made them.
I did. Well, our shop did. Yeah, not personally, but
So I'm going to give him a shout out because he'll never give himself a shout out. But Phil and his wife, oh, wait, are we doing the national anthem? Because I do not want to talk during that.
yes, that is the national anthem, and sung
Who's
by
singing
a Perry School senior named Sarah Davidson. So we're going to be quiet.
Anybody who lives, works, sacrifices under that flag can always appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Whew. Well, after that,
All right,
that's
sorry.
a tough act to follow.
So I got to finish this real quick. Out of respect to my friend, I got 2 paragraphs here because they gave me a little lengthy deal, but it's worth reading. As a lifelong Presbyterian, Ann has been a member of First Presbyterian Church for 47 years.
Wow.
Come on, 47 years. Has served as a deacon and elder, been active in the choir, and she can sing. Taught Sunday school classes, assisted with Christmas food baskets to Meals on Wheels recipients, and involved in establishing the Backpack Blessings program. Is awesome.
Yep.
Ann is a member of the Cherokee Strip Historical Society, Perry Chamber of Commerce, Perry Main Street, Perry YMCA, Shea Bochet, Carnegie Library Progress Club. Sorry, I'm not the best reader, guys. Yaya Book Club and PEO. She enjoys her 6 grandchildren, Dylan and Kennedy, which I seen Kennedy last night, and she is doing a good job. She is in college now, making it happen. And Matt, Annie Lee, Lad Castile, is also thankful they live close by. There you go.
That's awesome.
She's described as a consummate volunteer and is always looking for ways to promote and serve Perry. Her love for this town and its people is evident in everything she does. I know that was a lot, and whoever wrote this put a lot of time into it, but I'm going to tell you it was worth reading because she is the Citizen of the Year, and a lot of people feel like it's a long time coming, and I agree with them. So congratulations, Ann, and I hope you enjoy your day.
They recognized her at the Chamber of Commerce annual banquet this year, too. That was where it came from. So that was pretty awesome. It was a good one, too.
Yeah, she's pretty.
You touched on a few things. You know, you mentioned Loves. We got a Loves a year and a half ago or so. You know, and it's all these majors say, "Oh, Perry's too small. We don't. You know, there's no money to be made in the town. You know, we're only a town of 4,800 and a county of 10,000." But a factoid about Loves: did you know that they average 79,000 people in there a month?
I am not surprised.
That's awesome. This past June, 98,000 people stopped in Loves. So that's pretty awesome.
I'll give you a fun fact. Most people that tell you something has not happened is not the people you want to be talking to.
Right.
Because that is crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, you say that, but yet they're building another
On the opposite, next exit.
big
the south
travel
exit.
stop at
Yeah.
the next. I mean,
Petro's building it.
I'm going to tell you right now, what Loves has done and their success has piqued the interest of somebody else to make a multi-million-dollar
Exactly.
investment in the
Then they come.
community. Yeah.
Even our Brahms gets 24,000 people a month. Hits there a month. 26,000 in McDonald's. So that's
Wow.
that's pretty awesome. So
What are you doing?
25 and 26 are reversed.
Are you pantomiming?
Yes, I was.
it's actually McDonald's is 26, Brahms is 24. So
No, I mean
1,000.
on the lineup.
Oh, I got you. So that's pretty good. You know, there's this app that Main Street owns that you can find out exactly how many people. 2 days after the event happens, the app will tell you how many phones were in that area on that date.
That's pretty
So, and it's pretty awesome. So, you know, when prospective companies say, you know, what's the travel down for at 8 o'clock in the morning, Laura in the office can pull up a specific area, the date and the time, and they'll tell you how many phones hit that area that day. So now, excuse me. But now that helps bring in larger companies to your smaller towns. So, but we're not lacking for new businesses coming into town. We have new chiropractors on the north side. We have a new butcher on the east side, Noble County Meats.
Noble County Meats.
Yep. We have a new accountant / construction company that are officing on the north side.
Is that Park?
Park, Perry Alumni Remodeling Company.
Very cool.
And obviously they're Perry alumni. They're my age. Retired and then opened this business. So, boot shop on the south side. Sprinkles and Cream on the south side.
So he's blowing through these real quick, but Sprinkles and Cream, I don't know if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, but it's actually pretty fun. You go in there, you can get ice cream. They have video games, air hockey. All the games are free. You just go in there, get you an ice cream, and then your kids can kind of just hang out and play games. And it's a pretty cool little spot.
Yeah. And some couple buildings have come up for sale that are now available. A couple of businesses that have come up for sale. 611 Bakehouse. Been there 14, 15 years, and it's time for them to move on. They're ready to retire.
I mean, talk about being able to transition into a successful business. I mean, they already do great business.
With several apartments upstairs. So, you know, if you want to do the Airbnb thing or an apartment, it's quite a building, quite the size building.
So if you're a coffee fan.
Sandwiches, too.
And sandwiches.
Yeah. We're starting the parade here, Mr. Shade.
Right now?
I hear the sirens.
Let's go.
So, our parade line is quite deep. So
well, what do we got? What do we got? We got 71.
Yeah.
71 today.
Yeah. So it's pretty awesome.
Printed on the sheet, we have 71.
Yeah, you know.
We could have 96, we could have 54.
Right.
But we're going to do our best.
Yeah, obviously the color guard's going to be leading it off, and our camera here is on our side of the corner, or looking at our out our office window of the Perry International Network. And we say international because I know for a fact there's a young lady that I call my Smarties supplier.
Your Smartie dealer?
Yeah, she's my dealer out there in the UK. So Janet Jens is her name. I'd like to say good morning to her.
Morning, Janet.
Yeah. So, you know, I'd have to complain, Janet. You know, you did send my Smarties back to her son the last trip, and I've yet to see him. I think he ate them. So, golly, that's just right to you, Jen. So you holler at your stump, give me my Smarties. So,
you know, Smarties, people think, oh, Smarties, those are the sour candies. They're actually like M&M's.
Better than
They are better than M&M's. They're bigger, too. So you gave a shout out. I cannot forget to tell Christy Cuckoo hello. I seen her. She sat with me last night at the game. Her son, number 7, Andrew, was out there making his magic happen. And I mean magic, buddy. The kid is awesome. And she's all up there with her 4.5-foot long camera, resting it on my shoulder. I'm like, good night. But she's clicking away.
Yeah. So I hear the Super Witch.
Oh, now that's my friend. I'm going to read this.
Go ahead, hit it.
I got to. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Perry Chamber of Commerce responds for this today. Proud to announce the parade marshal, Don Pemberton, and he is an amazing individual and a fan. So for more than 46 years, Don Pemberton has worked at Twitch in a variety of roles. As the company's fleet manager, Don is responsible for company vehicles, material handling. However, Don is best known for putting smiles on faces when he revs up the engine of the Super Witch. Don began working on the Witch in 1978 on the shipping docks. And he told me he went to Ed. I mean, we talked about this a few times, and they made this deal happen. It debuted, okay, so anyway, on the shipping docks. Within a year, he had his fingerprints on the original Super Witch, which debuted in 1979. I know something else great that was in 79 myself. By 1985, Don was the lone driver of the machine and has put on countless shows all over the country. Now, Don's not retired, but he has turned over the keys to fellow employees to get some experience behind the wheel of the 850 horsepower
Jeez.
trencher. Oh my gosh. Don and his wife of 43 years, Barbara, live on a farm just east of Billings, Oklahoma, and they have 2 sons, Jay and Dan. Okay, so I say all that, but now let's get away from the paper. Don's a great guy.
He is.
Love the guy.
He is.
And he told me, I said, you still driving the witch? And he goes, I do from time to time. He goes, it takes more than you think to drive it because that big tail, because it's an operational trencher.
Yeah.
I mean, and he said when you pop the wheelies, they were not letting them pop wheelies.
Get dangerous.
Well, no, because when you pop a wheelie, if you don't do it just right, that tail will slam into the asphalt and tear the road up.
Right, and the town will get
And so you got to do it just right to keep
right.
it on that teeter. And so I don't know. I think if he's driving it today, you're going to see
I
some
guarantee
wheelies.
you he's driving it. He's parade marshal.
Well, I didn't know.
You don't think he's going to drive around in a
Be in the
convertible?
little convertible.
T-bird, right?
Oh, Boy Scouts.
Yep, that's color
Let's
guard.
go.
Here we go.
I love it.
So, yep, that's the color guard Scout Troop 912 Perry and Scout Troop 888 of Stillwater.
Yeah, 888.
So, and then obviously behind him is our Noble County Sheriff and Perry Police Department.
Uh-oh.
And they got
Arnold
the Humvee.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. So the police department and the sheriff's department have that Humvees. We're almost positive one of them was donated, one of them was a minimal amount, $100.
Yeah. And they are very cool.
Yeah. And then our chief of the fire department's bringing up the rear there. So, why the firemen are so great and better than the police department.
I don't know. I need to go
because
find one.
the police need heroes too. So.
Oh, police need heroes.
There's Perry's new engine.
Hey,
That was new last year.
did you know, speaking of new to the fire department, they got a new chief, didn't they?
Yeah, Ben Traynor, which he was chief, stand-in chief last year.
Yeah.
But now they
Russell
have
Brand,
retired.
our former chief,
Yeah.
finally retired.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one to just sit around, so he went. Now he's like the transportation guy for Perry Public Schools,
And
he's making
emergency
that happen.
management for the schools.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that and Ben Traynor is the chief, and then to the police department still Brian Thomas. And then obviously Matt McGuire is our sheriff.
Which I'm going to tell you right now, those are 3 guys in
Yeah.
3 positions. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Oh, here he comes. Look at those kids right there carrying the flag. That's awesome. It's the only time of year, Phil, you'll be able to see his lights and not be worried about it.
not cringe. Pucker factor. Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah,
My man.
probably the last time he's going to drive that, I bet.
I don't know. You may catch him out doing donuts in the test field or something. I want to see the wheelie. It's coming.
There we go.
Yeah. Good job, Tyson. You almost missed the wheelie. Look at him.
I was watching.
He's loving that. You know, he'd pull that thing on a 1-ton dually. He'd pull that thing all over the country.
Wow.
Man.
Talk about businesses around the square. Got a couple of things happening. Seth Wadley has been in town for 3-4 years in the old Vance building. They are now probably 4 months out. I think the due date is the first week in December for their new dealership out there. So, and you'll see numerous cars in here with the SW brand on it. They let people use. So, dang, that thing's loud.
Yeah, it's awesome. Can we sit with it? He's going to do another wheelie. I'm sorry. I'm a big kid at heart, people.
He's not trying to, but he's moving really
It
fast.
is, yeah. Come
That
on.
custom parade marshal.
Come on. Let's go. One more, Don.
No, he's done.
You think?
Yeah, he's at 7th Street now. That's 7th corner.
That's all right. I seen one. Tyson got me in on the end of one of them.
75 years of business, which, you know, my father-in-law started when they were down here on the square in the little
There's an
small
original
building
trencher
over here
right
by
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Little old and new at the same time. Yeah, your father-in-law, he started down here when it was the blacksmith shop,
Yeah,
didn't he?
before there was employee numbers, actually.
So what number was he when he finally went
It
to
was
do
either
that?
8 or 9.
Jeez Louise.
Can't remember which one.
You know, Toro bought him out, obviously, Ditch Witch and Toro. But you want to talk about, I mean, at least from my perspective, I don't work there, so this is just outside looking in. It just looks like they went in and handed everybody a new hat. I mean, it's the same people,
Right.
same products, great families.
They are putting, again, another business adding to town. They're putting on a $90 million addition out there.
Yeah, isn't that the
This week,
paint?
so,
Isn't that the
new-
paint deal?
Yeah, new paint shop or something.
And bringing a bunch of new jobs.
Yeah. We have some small building going on, trying to some other builders coming into town, getting that done.
Yeah, we need to do that. If we can get some housing, maybe we can keep some of them right here in this little community.
Still more, and then behind Ditch Witch, obviously, is the subsidiary of Ditch Witch. I wonder if that's why they call it site, or because it's underground. Subsidiary or just subterranean?
Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Check that out. That's cool.
Yeah, they are call themselves the Underground Authority.
Well, they
I wouldn't
are.
doubt if they're not.
They are.
Making shovels obsolete since 1949.
That is a great tagline.
That is a great tagline.
Whoever came up with that needs a raise. So
Look at that.
you know, they got their
$1 million.
competition, and like anybody else.
Look at that $1 million Hydra truck back there.
Yeah, I bet.
That thing is cool.
Get to some of the fancy buildings around the square. Obviously, our courthouse, and down on your right there, the Folk Art Building, a very famous architect.
Yeah, the little brick building in the corner
Yeah.
to your right.
Yeah.
That courthouse is looking really good.
Yeah.
Our county commissioner, Gary May, who's in charge of that deal, is doing a really good job. The grounds are looking great for this parade today, for sure.
Lots of things going on. The rodeo every year is last night and then again tonight. And then we'll have all kinds of festivities going on during the day. Today, I think at 1 o'clock, the Hoss Miller Band plays in the gazebo in the center of the square here. So that's pretty awesome. And we had him play in our place about a month ago, and he is really good. He puts on a great show. Another thing coming up is the Main Street awards banquet, October 3rd, I'm sorry. There'll be an outdoor dinner served and another homegrown Perry kid, Kyle Nixon, the 38s, will be in for that. And that, you paying attention?
Absolutely, I am. I'm paying attention to both.
So yeah, they'll be playing, and then, gosh, on October 5th, 2 nights after, we'll have John Fulbright playing in our place.
Now, John Fulbright, I'm ready for. I've never seen him live, but
He's
I did.
awesome.
But I did secure a table at a certain place called the 1893. Are you still calling it the Axe House?
The Axe House, because, you know, guitars are axes.
Oh, there you go.
That's my wife. I can't take
What a
credit for that.
what a great way to keep from having to change the signage. There's Ann Height, Citizen of the
is.
Year,
Yep.
with a bunch of grandkids piled in there.
Yeah,
that's great. Who is that? Oh, that's my realtor. That's Brett.
Oh, that's Brett.
That's
Yeah,
Brett
well, there you
Bowers.
go. Yeah, that's my realtor, too. So,
He's hilarious. Ann Height. All her grandkids piled in that car. That's fun.
yeah, I'm sure they're going to have a heck of a day.
Absolutely. What do we got now?
So I'm told, you know, Tyson here and Perry International Information
guys,
Network.
dolls.
I'm told he's got an upgrade in systems here, and next year, get this, we're going to have man on the street interviewing people at the square during the parade.
Very cool.
Is that right?
That's what I was going to demo before we went live.
Oh,
I couldn't get it to work.
dang it.
But yes, I was going to show you exactly cool.
So now that we've announced it around the world, we must. We're putting you on the spot.
Now that we have had the global release.
I've had this going since July, I believe.
Well, I mean,
So,
you're doing okay. Couple of
I'm
months.
still Still working up to it, but yeah.
Here comes Guy's dolls, guys.
Guyla.
We gotta give them a little love. My two girls who are now 17 and 15.
God, you're getting old.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Horrible.
funny. They were Guy's dolls, and they were adorable. Look at them, that's so cute. Guyla does it. She's done this forever.
As long as I've been here.
I almost, to be honest with you, anybody that I've met, I mean, that's a little younger than I am even, everybody's been a Guy's doll at some point in time. All the little girls in the community.
So
The
the,
whole program.
the American Legion's right up against these young ladies, or behind these young ladies. Ella's
53.
Gyrus. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That is.
Tina, she's the one that heads it up. She's a great gal. We see her every morning. She does her and her mom do laps around the square every morning, checking on stuff, and always let us know if something's wrong. But they're just out exercising and expecting stuff.
She is. She's the new commander. Well, I guess not really new. She's been there.
She's
for
been a
quite
couple
while.
years.
Yeah. She's been doing good stuff with it though. Who's that on there? We notice anybody?
Should be the Vietnam vets. Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's David Payne.
Yeah. You know, the Perry Chamber of Commerce works on this thing. I get Monday when this is over and done with, she starts working on it for next year, and the staff there or the team there and the Chamber of Commerce does a heck of a job.
You know, Kaylee and let's see here. What's the board I'm trying to think of? I can't remember everybody's name on the board. I apologize. But Kaylee and the board, I mean the whole Chamber of Commerce crew, definitely. If you've ever tried to orchestrate a 10-year-old's birthday party, multiply that by about 1 million. I mean, they really put a lot of effort into this.
This is our, not to interrupt you, but this is our Perry High School marching band.
That's my daughter right there, beating on the big bass drum.
She plays the flute too, doesn't she?
She does. She plays everything. Piano, guitar, it's crazy. She's like the Rain Man of musical instruments. Kind of embarrasses me a little bit.
Because you can't carry a tune
I
on the
can,
radio.
I can barely carry a CD around.
CDs. That'll make CDs anyhow.
Yeah, that's true. You just love poking at my age today, Phil.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
There they are, cheerleaders. They were
Yep.
getting us all fired up last night at Luther.
They did a good job.
They did a
Oh,
great
it looks
job.
like we have an
They
injured
always-
cheerleader
They
right
always
there.
great job.
She's on the knee scooter.
Yeah.
That's not good. If maybe did she fall off a pyramid or
I have
doing
no
something
idea.
crazy?
I hope not. Those girls do get up in the air though.
The high school football homecoming.
Yep, homecoming
Royalty.
royalty. That's right.
Look, 3 Corvettes in a row. That old one looks like what, 70s, late 70s, maybe early 70s.
That looks like Brad Douglas's car. I could be wrong. That red one's cool.
Yep. I don't know if I'd have people sitting on my $150,000 roof.
Who is that? Is that Cash and Megan Rain? Cash wearing Marys? I'm not sure. It's hard to see.
That's got
Peyton,
a
Peyton
72,
Wines
73
and,
Stingray.
Tayvon, maybe?
Now there's a truck that's useless.
What? Finish your thought. It's up there, isn't it? You could definitely change a light bulb. You wouldn't even have to get out of it.
Right? Yeah, it's got the Japanese going on too. On that trailer.
Nice. There's your football right there. And then here comes, I'm going to turn it over to Phil because he knows everything about this. Even
I know everything about it.
I was involved in the Rock Township Fire Department, but tell us about these guys, Phil.
Well, that's Rock Township. They're Southbound, Crush 26. That was built right there in Rock Township Fire Department. So that
remember
was
when they
an
got that
ex.
truck.
That was an ex Navy SEALs truck.
It had a bed on it. Like
Yeah,
that. I remember
like a
that.
regular
It looked so
dually.
cool.
Yep,
Yeah, it
yep.
looked like a regular dually. I was like, man, I wanted to buy that.
They was given to the fire departments through the. Oh yes.
Military grant,
No.
isn't it?
So the military gives it to the National Forestry. Forestry uses it for them, and then we retire it. It's up to fire departments, police departments, sheriff departments. So
Dalmatian.
that was, yeah, that's Lucene. That was donated from another fire department to Lucene last year.
I love that, man. The fact that all the bigger departments
Yes.
with the bigger budgets still look out for the smaller rural fire departments, and then give them equipment that actually can help, basically save your neighbor.
We have a 1/4% sales tax that I can't funds, but definitely helps out
Definitely
quite a bit
helps. Yeah.
here in Noble County just for our departments. And that's one of the things we have to keep going for these guys because it is expensive insurance, gas. You're looking at a $150,000 truck right in front of you if you had to purchase it, and they don't last that long doing what they do.
Hey, buddy, I'll tell you right now, I was burning a brush pile out of my place. I got a small acreage, and it got out of hand, even with me. And I'm somewhat trained, you know what I mean? And it got out of hand, and I had to call them, and I guarantee you the last thing I was thinking about was a 1/4% sales tax when they were coming to save the
That
day.
fire's going towards your house.
Yeah.
Yep. Put the wet stuff on the red stuff.
That's
right?
it.
But yeah,
They got
just to
there, I
support
was
these
like,
guys,
thank
it's
goodness.
a must. And a 1/4% sales tax doesn't that much on all together, but
No.
in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather support.
You're going to pay it for
support
something
those.
else. You
Right,
might as
right.
well pay it for some public service that you're going to get some use of. What do we got here?
Red Rock.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's a good looking brush truck.
Yeah, again, look at that, man. That's not cheap. All that apparatus on there, golly, it does not last long when we have a year like we're having this year. Everything's dry. So, one little chain dragging when you're pulling your trailer.
Oh, look at that big
Set the
kid out
county
there
on
in the
fire.
blue shirt. Got him some candy. Throwing candy. Okay. Who is this?
That is Billings.
This is Billings?
Yeah. And we'd like to keep these guys in the front of the parade. We asked for that for years and years, just in case something happens. They can get out of town quick. And especially, like I said, this year we're in a drought. A slight little spark, and our county could be in big trouble.
I think I figured out how to make it rain.
How so?
You just need to plan a parade because it hasn't rained here in about 37 years. And then this morning, I was getting ready to come up here, and I heard thunder, and
Yeah.
I was like, you have to be kidding me.
I saw it on the news. It was raining in Logan County, which is a county south of us, or southwest of us. And they said it was supposed to end there, and I saw that cloud coming this morning.
It was
Oh,
coming.
no.
Boy, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
Jeez Louise.
So Perry Rural, which our 1/4% sales tax purchased that, along with the fees that they charge the county folk to be a member of the Perry Rural Fire Department. So
Oh, there's the Perry High School Alumni Association. They can be banned.
old deuce and a half.
Yeah, that's Jace Vaughn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my little niece is in that truck. She informed her mom last night that she will be riding in the Deuce with Uncle Jace. Well, look at that little truck. The comeback. That is very cool. Like we were telling you a little earlier, guys, the oldest restaurant in Oklahoma, same place, same name. What we got here? Perry High School, class of
1994.
94. Wow.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that my buddy Stoops is on there? Let's see.
Desi's on there? Did you say? No.
Or
Desi's
Dad.
not. Okay. Desi's my age, so he's back there in the 80s.
Oh, I thought you said is it? Yeah, no, I think that's Randall. That's funny. He's so old.
The Blackwell High School Marching Band, the other Maroons, as you said earlier.
They are the other Maroons, Phil, because we were Maroons first, and then they got bored and I guess couldn't figure something out. I don't know, maybe. They liked us so much. I mean, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I'm pretty partial to the Maroons. I got a football player, I got a track kid, cross country kid, a band kid, and a golf kid. So, Let's go.
How many kids do you have?
Well, they do multiple things.
Okay. Campfire girls.
I don't know how many kids I have. Some days it feels like 15, but most of the time it's 3. Oh, look at that.
That's neat.
Ready to go camping.
They have a couple functions out at CCC Lake quite every year. Every now and then I get invited to go there with the Falcons. Or the fire department gets invited going out there, and it's pretty neat to see these kids.
Perry Junior High football. Look at them. Look at them. Ready to go. Who's that dragging them around? That Jerry Miner?
Can't see, dark in the truck.
He's one of the coaches, if it is. Out there orchestrating the W. Well, some big kids, man. You have a nice little crop of junior varsity and varsity players. Hey, are these the guys that take the car apart and put it back together?
The special tees.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they doing their thing today around?
I hope they do.
They're
That's
fun
pretty,
to watch.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, take apart car. So I got to dig into this a little bit. So here's the deal. If you don't know what this is, it's a club that's, dedicated to the Model T era cars. But they have one that they and when I say they take apart, I don't mean they just Chicago, 2 of them would take it apart, just pop the wheels off. I mean, they take this thing all the way apart, line the parts up on the ground. I mean, drive shaft, the whole deal, the motor, everything. And then put it back together in like 10 minutes.
I think it's less than that, actually.
That's crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, look. It's like they got a little Rose Hill school outfit.
Oh, yep. That's cool.
That's fun. Tell you what, Phil, gas gets much higher. We might be driving trucks like that.
They used to have gas stations all over the county, out in the county roads, every 5 or 6 miles apart, because these things had 5-6 gallon tanks and had poor gas mileage, so you had to get gas in.
First Baptist Church of Perry, Alice in Wonderland.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, Al is in. Okay.
Oh, that was Al.
Yeah.
That was
like,
Al.
Al's
Yeah.
Nice little play on word. Got me, but
He's always there on the corner of 7th Street there in Delaware. And everybody, he gets a kick out if you blow the horn and wave to him. He just about does a Irish jig when you do that. So.
He said it's his job.
Yeah.
I said, Al, what are you doing out here? I just went and sat down next to him one day, and I said, what are you doing? He goes, this is my job.
He loves
it. And I said, for real? And he goes, man, I got a fan club and everything.
And
he really does.
He does. People go out of their way just to come down our street there to say hello.
That's so funny.
So. Stillwater Medical should be up. I don't know if that was the one that just went by, but I couldn't read the sign. It was?
They did. Stillwater Medical.
The bicycle built too, is that? Nope. Got the class of 99. The last of the century and the best of the century was their tagline.
Oh,
How
really?
I know that.
How do you know that?
Because I made that banner in the back.
Oh.
So, and and another vehicle donated by Seth Wadley Ford of Perry.
Yep, got the SW in the window.
My wife spent a couple of hours down there putting old stickers on Seth Wadley Ford truck.
Class of 99. Is that Brandon Height?
Can't tell.
What's he doing up there? I thought he was like class of 89. No, I'm just kidding. He ain't that. That's the principal at the high school. My kids, they love that guy. Small engine repair, okay. Now, are they out of Perry? Because I didn't know we had a small engine
I don't know, and
repair.
everybody asks if we do, including me.
Well, now I know where to send them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, look at this kid right here. I mean, he's literally repairing it in the
Looks
middle
like
of
a repair happening live.
Yeah.
We need a jump start.
Yeah, it's like the pit crew. Oh, get it away.
Let the big guy take over.
Yep.
Let me show you how to do that.
It's like an
Yep,
F1 starter.
There you go.
That's not, you're not fast pit crew at all. They
No.
wouldn't make it in race career.
No, I don't know if they would not. Because I know one thing, the Luther High School Marching Band is not going to wait on them.
They'll play right around them, they'll do a dance right around them. Isn't that where you guys were last night for football?
Yep.
Down there at Luther?
Luther Lions.
Yep.
Did I mention that we won that game?
Did you? I don't know. Did you?
I
What was
don't
this?
know. I think it was 21-12.
21-12, wow.
Our deal.
Up, we got the go-kart up and going now. Come on, here we
There
go.
we go.
See, the problem was it wasn't green.
It wasn't John Deere green.
Yeah, that's it. So, you notice that guy's not having any problems. Who's this, Tyson?
No idea.
We're out of order here,
That
and
is-
I can't tell you who that is.
That is the entourage, probably, to the Luther High School band.
Well, there you go.
Unless it's the Tonkawa Women's Wrestling and Men's Wrestling in Northern Oklahoma College. That very well could be.
Can't help you there.
That's first.
We're out of line. Okay, people, we have officially went off the rails,
So we're going to wing it.
and we are going to wing it. And I'll be honest with you, it lasted longer than I thought it was
Yeah,
going
they
to.
did pretty good.
So here we go.
Getting them lined up is nearly impossible.
First Baptist Church of Perry.
Yeah.
There's a great guy right there holding that bag of candy.
Who is it?
Eric Egger.
Who?
Eric Egger.
Oh, crap, I can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Oh, now I got it. Okay, yep.
That guy is on fire, buddy. He is the youth leader at the First Baptist Church, and they have quite the following. That kid is, he's getting, or that guy, I shouldn't say kid, that guy is getting kids fired up for Christ. And I've known him probably 16 years. We used to work in the same shopping center in Ponca City. Him
Oh,
and
is
his
that
wife,
right?
Yeah, him and his wife worked at the Buckle.
Noble County Farm Bureau.
You know who that is,
Yeah,
Freddie
I do.
Wisdom.
Well, he's walking.
You know, I may be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. But did you know? I think he's a PGA qualified golfer.
Is he really?
He's a stud, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, he can definitely play some golf.
That is the second largest waste of land next to a landfill.
No,
golf course.
that's incorrect, Phil.
That is correct.
I just fact checked you
And then
against
hit it
everybody I know, and they all disagree.
Jeez.
And he was crying. He was crying. I went in there because he's my agent for a couple of our properties.
Oh, mine too.
And I went in there and I said, hey, how's everything going? He goes, man, I'm mad. He goes, my son has commandeered a golf cart. He goes, it's so bad that I think I'm going to have to go buy one.
Karcher Land Solutions right there. Young man starting out on his own.
What's he do?
Dirt work, sand work, clearing land,
Oh,
get
good
rid of trash.
everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, young fella trying to make it happen. Ambassador Heat and Air, he's kind of new to town. He's a good kid. Again, kid to me.
Yeah.
He's involved with the Chamber of Commerce, makes all the coffees, and
Is he the
it's
one
in
down
there.
there? Is he the one down there by Parrish?
No, I don't think he offices here.
Oh, okay.
So,
So Tempstar, I never heard of Temp. I used to do heat and air, and Tempstar, I never heard of them before, but I've heard of them a lot lately.
here's that what we were talking about earlier. PARC is the acronym, Perry Alumni Remodeling Company, and they are now just officing on the north side of the square in the Sloan Accounting Building. Randy Sloan from Morrison, she has just grown like wildfire, and now offices here 3 or 4 days a week in her new building that she purchased on the north side. And PARC is in there with her.
You know, they started out just a few guys. Now
Yeah.
they've built it up quite a bit. I think they're doing projects all over now.
Derek, one of the owners, is actually ex-career military, and he graduated high school with my wife way back when. And now he comes back, he'd come back to home and started a business, involved in the community, building homes and repairing homes in the community, working on a couple of buildings on the square. He's actually, him and Scott Coffee.
Kind of back of all trades.
Yeah, and they're good guys.
His coffee, he's a councilman, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yes, I'm contractually obligated to show that on the screen.
What's that?
That
Park.
he's,
Because
really?
Scott-
Because he's
Yeah.
a councilman?
Just
Uh-huh.
joking.
That's like a conflict of, conflict of interest, is that?
Now, we can't let them blow by. That's Noble County 4-H.
Yeah,
And I
good
tell you,
kids.
Youth organizations, it doesn't get much better than 4-H or anything ag-related.
Yeah.
Teaches kids responsibility. I mean, everything.
I'm actually
Teamwork.
going to go talk to the Morrison 4-H group here next month about falcons and hawks and stuff like that. So
There's Chuck Hall,
Chuck,
Senator.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and his little what do you call
that
it?
little truck? Kinda
Yeah.
cool.
K-truck.
What do you call him?
K-truck.
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 Okay.
Well, we don't want to miss right before Chuck Hall or Senator Hall. They had D6 services.
Yeah.
And Sprinkles and Cream, which was that little
Her
ice
husband.
cream place we were talking about today.
Again, land clearing, jack of all trades. Need something? Give him a call.
Who do we got here? Is that
Ty
Henderson?
Burns.
Is that Henderson?
Yeah.
That's Brian. Yeah,
Hermison,
that's
I
our
mean.
D. That's our DA.
Yep.
I'm gonna-
I'm
gonna
having
bet this is-
flashbacks of my childhood here. What do we got going on? Oh my gosh, what a great float. Ty Burns. Is Ty Burns?
No.
That is not Ty
No.
Burns. That's Exchange Bank, isn't it?
Exchange Bank is.
They always have great floats.
Yeah. Where's Thunder Chicken?
I don't know.
He was around the night.
But that is a great float.
They just had their Cutter Appreciation Barbecue over there in the park. Oh, I think 3 or 4 days ago.
To everybody at Exchange Bank, I just want you to know that is an awesome float. And
Yeah, there's Thunder Chicken.
There's the Thunder Chicken. His actual name is Cash.
Yeah.
And he's got a power up. He's got a mushroom. He could get bigger. I don't know what he's doing, just sitting there looking at it.
I can't tell who
How
this
cool
is.
would it be? I can't see it.
You know, we have several.
Grand mental health, maybe.
Couldn't tell. I don't know.
Grand Lake.
Grand Lake.
Grand Mental Health.
Perry Wrestling.
Perry Wrestling. Oh, right before it got run over. Did you see that?
Wow.
Their phone was just about to get squished.
Perry Wrestling. That is a legacy in Perry. There's really, I work all over, and to be fair, I work all over the country, but a lot of Oklahoma. I can't tell you how many times I'll bring up, a customer will say, where are you from? And I'm like, I live in Perry, Oklahoma. And they're like, wrestling town. I was like, yep. Wrestling Ditch Witch. 40 years, class of 84.
That's the year I graduated. Not from Perry, though. I'm come here as you are. As you said
Look at all those young ladies and young men.
I don't know. I don't feel young. I hate to say that about somebody else. Dang, I'm getting old. Sun is killing me on the banners there.
Is that Bethany?
Happy 40th.
Oh, 7th Street Spa, and then she's
And
turning
Bethany's-
40.
Wow.
Oh, cool car.
T-Bucket.
Oh. Sorry, I have to represent.
What's that? Covington Douglas?
That's right.
This little CD.
Have you ever been to Covington Douglas?
He went to school there.
I know, man.
Sorry, did I ruin?
You're killing my jokes.
Oh
Phil.
my gosh.
Good night. I'm done. I've had enough. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Was that Covington Douglas?
Yes,
That was.
I'm not even seeing them on my.
They're way down there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're
Okay, so we're.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy. PJ's Plumbing. The Minions.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep. Hot water tanks in the shape of minions. Clever, clever.
I'm glad you didn't say hot water heater. There's no such thing.
Oh,
FBT.
there it is. There's Christy and her big camera.
Ah.
She gets all the shots. You're a photographer. You know what I'm talking about.
Play a little bit. Mine's bigger.
Look at him.
That's a cool float. That's new this year. I've never seen that one before.
United we stand.
Awesome.
That is a nice one. And Mason and
Some of these folks put a lot of thought into their
Casey.
floats.
Oh yeah, do it.
Is that a GTO
Let's see.
on the left?
Let's see a race.
Light them up.
Man, that's cooking.
442.
What is a 442? Oh, now that you say that, I see it. The badge.
Oh. Oh, the minion out there running around.
That's, God, I can't remember her name. She, the wife of Don Plumbing and PJ's Plumbing. So what are you going to do today? Anything special? Just hang out with the family?
Me, family buddy, all day long. All day long. To come see you later.
We'll be up in the Axe House.
Yep.
There's some pretty cool food trucks up there on 7th Street.
That's what I was going to say. Usually I kind of hit the food truck, grab me a little snack, and then I go into your place and sit down.
I had a breakfast burrito this morning from No County Meat Market Butcher, which is now east side of the square. And they all have a, help me out here. Yep. A place out on 64 where they prepare all the meat and butcher all the meats. And then,
Oh, yeah.
You know,
A
processing plant. That's it. Got stuck. It was
Oh
right there.
my
Did you see it?
goodness.
The Girl Scouts.
Look at these cute kids. Troop
There.
7409.
They must be brownies. They can't be old to be Girl Scouts, those girls in the front.
Well, they're adorable. That's all that matters. Who is in the red car? That is the
Can't tell.
mystery for me. The fountain.
Fountain.
Help me out, Tyson, because unfortunately I don't know what that is. The fountain.
They're in the 60s model bird.
Yeah, they got great taste. There's no doubt.
Well, we got to thank the city for allowing us to do this yet again for the 8th year, you and I. You know, Tyson here heads up the Perry Animation Network, which does a lot of things. They have the city council meeting on every other week on YouTube and on Facebook Live.
Happy
You know,
birthday, Donna.
Donna Parrish, that's right.
65 years young, right there at the front, next to Randy, waving.
And we have a new city manager this year.
Nate.
Nate, he's came in, hit the ground moving, and he just had a new little baby a couple months ago too. He and his wife.
Very nice. Another family in Perry.
Yeah.
Perry Junior High Band out there making it happen.
He and the mayor have been doing some pretty good work around town. I don't know if you've seen their little videos that they do from time to time. When they opened up the pool, him and jumped in the pool, clothed, dressed, and Shay Boucher was there, you know, and you know, I called her up right after. I said, "Hey, why weren't you on the diving board with him?" She said, "Oh no." Speaking of Shay, next week, Perry hosting the national directors of the YMCA. So for 3 days, directors from all across the country will be in Perry, and they're having an event in our place in the Axe House on Wednesday night. They're going to have some music and dinner, catering, and pretty cool.
Cherokee Strip Riding Club royalty. We're getting close to the end. Phil.
Yeah. And that rodeo will be tonight over there at the riding club, you know. Pretty truck, isn't it?
That is, buddy. You know, double stack Pete's hard to beat.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we got the royalty,
Yep.
and then here comes some of the riding club members.
This might be the royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slightly out of order.
that's all right. we're winging it.
So another new business on the north side, it's not a new business in town, but a new business on the square, is the Williams Monument. They're now officing on the north side of the square. Good to have them here on the square.
Yeah, there's a lot of action coming.
Yeah.
Downtown Perry, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of a place to be. A lot of people are, I think activity just breeds activity.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been enough going on now that it's kind of just pulling more in, and it's just good to see. Between the Chamber of Commerce, obviously, who's hosting this event, I mean, this parade, the whole deal, the 16th celebration, and then the Perry Main Street. I mean, we just are kind of lucky in a town of 5,000 people to have a couple of organizations that are so dedicated to, to put it perfect. We came back from the football game last night in Luther. I came to the street dance. I was getting a shirt. I went over, said hi to a few people, and out of the probably sick buddy was like, they were so impressed with this street dance, and the biggest thing they were impressed about was sense of community.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was.
There's my buddy, Derek Conduit.
Pave your way.
Pave your way. Now those
concrete.
guys, hey, I'm going to tell you, man, if you need any concrete work done, you should definitely look them up because they do great work. And then right behind him is another friend of mine who does amazing stuff for us all the time. We're always doing projects. And Micah Mello, I mean, if you want it done right, you want it fair and for a good price, Pave Your Way and Meslow Enterprises are hard to beat. Those are two great groups right there. And then there's the Pave Your Way cheerleaders, I guess it says.
That's the laborers.
yeah, there's the ones that actually do the work. Bunch of cute kids.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
That's funny. They are fired up. Palms going crazy. Oh gosh, it gives me almost PTSD to see a 4-day tractor. The brush hog. I don't want a brush hog.
There's Tremor from Seth Wadley Ford.
And a Raptor.
That's actually a King Ranch diesel truck.
And a Shelby.
And a Shelby.
And that Shelby's cool. They definitely have the trucks.
They are actually the leader in truck sales in Ford.
That does not surprise me.
Tell you, and Jared and his wife April came in town. Windstorm come in. Biggest, getting involved. Do you want to? They'll help anybody. It's God. What a boon to Perry to have them here. They have 2 dealerships here now, and I don't know if it's fact or true or not, but one of the new dealership is up and running and doing well. I understand they're bringing it down.
Well, that would be wonderful.
Here's your royalty.
Yeah.
I can tell because they're wearing sashes.
Yep, there they are. Little out of order, but they're here.
At least the street cleaner is not ahead of them.
That's true. Yeah, that's how you know it's over.
Yeah.
When the old Elgin rounds the corner. You got a cowboy hat like that, Phil?
I don't.
I'm jealous. Bunch of great families right there.
Hardworking people.
Yep.
Oh, the Rose Hill School, you were talking about that earlier.
That's so cool.
That's neat.
That's the bus.
Yeah.
Get on the bus to go to school.
It's been years since when we went
it's been
through
splendid.
Leadership Noble County, I think they're on class 20-something, I was class 8. And we sat through that and
You were 8?
yeah.
I was 7. I win. They just wrapped up their deal. They're having an alumni welcome event up at Call 8.
Might be something to go to. I haven't been to it in years.
So if you are a past alumnus of Leadership in Noble County, you might get with Lena Schweer or one of your Noble County alums that you know and show up. Probably a good time. Where's the little mini? Oh, there's the mini horse. I was like,
Oh yeah.
they usually have a mini horse.
Yeah, that horse. I think that horse has been doing a parade longer than us.
A lot longer.
Probably knows the way around and just let it go.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go.
We've got some pretty cool vendors going around on the square today too. It should be an interesting morning.
Well, there's the street sweeper, folks.
Wow, we
And that
missed a few
wraps
people.
up. That wraps up another, I would say, successful parade. Thank
Yeah.
you, Perry Chamber of Commerce, for
City of
making
Perry.
it happen. City of Perry for making it happen.
Tyson.
All participants. Phil Salvati, Tyson,
Yeah.
lots of things.
Yeah. It was a good time, man. Again, our 8th or 9th year, at least, something like that, doing it. I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing these folks. This is probably my favorite weekend out of the year in Perry Palmer.
Absolutely. Well,
Me too.
hey, and we're killing it on the weather.
We've been lucky.
I mean, I know some of you are at home watching it, but if you can't get out, I mean, if you can't, I understand. But if you can, man, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah. Yeah. Tonight, the rodeo. We'll be hanging around in the Axe House for most of the afternoon. Stop up, cool off, have a cold beverage with us.
You know, and when we first started doing this, as soon as the parade was over,
Yeah, kind of fizzled.
town fizzled out and
Yeah.
it was done. There's going to be stuff going on up here for quite a few hours.
Like I said, the Haas Miller Band is playing until 4, I think, out here in the park, or in the center of the square. Lots of things going around in town. A lot of business still open. It
Well,
should be a time.
we appreciate you watching, and you want to go ahead and sit us off?
Yeah. Again, like you said, thank you for the city. Thank Dan for doing this with you yet again. Tyson Davis from the Perry Information Network works hard doing year-round stuff for us. And again, we hope to see you in the square. And thank you to Perry, and thanks for having a good time with me.
God bless.
Yeah.